Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to the American Civil War mod for Empire Total War. One thing I want to note real quick is I'm actually recording this the Friday before this video goes up because I'm trying to get a bit ahead on recording footage. So, yeah. So, let's see. So, Frankfurt is completely undefended. Well, not really completely undefended. It does have two regiments that would pop up to defend it, and theoretically speaking, the guys from Nashville should be able to reinforce Frankfurt. But if I recall correctly, they didn't the last time. What was it? Nashville was attacked, but Frankfurt didn't send any units over to support them. Something like that. So that's kind of annoying. So let's see. This episode, though, because we don't really have any other armies to send about besides the main army currently situated in DC, we're probably going to go out and try to take Richmond. Now, there is one thing I wish this game actually would do, and that is when the poor are not happy, the enemy would have less units defending. So what I would wish would be the case was that these gray bars here were the maximum number of potential, like, just militia that could be raised when you attack. However, if the people are not happy, the actual number is usually less than what's shown there. But sadly, that's not the case. I do wish, however, like I said, that that was the case, because I feel as though that would make it a bit more interesting. So, I don't recall how many people were in West Texas, so yeah. And it's also been brought to my attention that I'm playing an older version of the mod. I didn't even know that they had updated at like the beginning of this year. So that's news to me. But apparently that has some, or that version has some issues. Primarily in the form of it sounds like the game just gets completely unstable after a certain number of turns go by, and I think it was something like 15. So that's not exactly great. Oh, oh, damn you. Damn you, Beauregard! And no, screw you, Spain. Yeah, enemy raided. We'll read that later. Okay. Maybe we'll go and deal with Beauregard again, actually, because he's really pissing me off. Okay, game, you can clear the smoke now. These places have been repaired. Get rid of the smoke. There we go. Let's see, what does cotton sell for? Cotton is selling for 19. That's not a whole lot. The iron workshops. What does this give me? 600 region wealth and 8 per turn. 31 bales of cotton per turn. And 225 to region wealth. Oh. There's Union Michigan volunteers and Union Kentucky volunteers, which leads me to believe that if the Confederates took over Michigan or Kentucky, they could probably get their own variation on these units that would probably be called Confederate Michigan Volunteers and Confederate Kentucky Volunteers. That is kind of interesting. But let's go ahead and read the American Civil War Chronicles thing here. So let's see. Chronicle: Ulysses S. Grant emerges. The man we know as Ulysses S. Grant was actually named Hiram Ulysses Grant. As a boy, he was known as Lys. Lys? Okay. Thomas Hammer, or Hummer, I guess, I want to say just Hammer. although it's only one M rather than two, but whatever. The congressman who appointed Grant to West Point forgot all about Hiram, remembering that Grant's mother's maiden name was Simpson and thinking that was Ulysses Grant's middle name. He filled out the application in the name of Ulysses S. Grant. When Grant arrived at West Point and discovered that the academy had him registered under the wrong name, he tried to get the error corrected, but was told that it didn't matter what he or his parents thought his name was. The official government application said his name was Ulysses S., and that application could not be changed. If Hiram U. Grant wanted to attend West Point, he would have to change his name. Born in 1822, Grant was the son of an Ohio leather tanner. He went to West Point rather against his will and graduated in the middle of his class. In the Mexican War, he fought under General Zachary Taylor. At the outbreak of the Civil War, Grant was working in his father's leather store in Galena, Illinois, and was appointed by the state governor to command an unruly volunteer regiment. Grant whipped it into shape, and by September 1861, he had risen to the rank of Brigadier General of Volunteers. Okie dokie. Well then, let's see. So, we could still proceed to go with what I had said at the beginning of the video, go and move the army out of DC and attack Richmond. Or, because Beauregard's pissing me off, I could have the army in Nashville march out and attack him. However, they are outnumbered. Not sure if I really want to do that, though, because they're outnumbered. And I don't actually have numbers on his units, but mine, although my guys are really experienced. Well, some of them are. I mean, some of these guys have made it up to experience level 4. A lot of them are sitting at 3. Actually, this guy is sitting at 5. Damn. The 44th Regiment of Foot is really freaking good, I would say, at least. Because they made it to rank or experience level 5. Now, let's see. So, I did build up the army in Missouri. And Kansas, I think, as well, was the other one. And I might have built something over here in Iowa and Minnesota, but I don't actually recall that. But I'm sure I did. I just, like I said, don't really recall it. Oh, I haven't really made use of cannons yet, so let's go and... Well, I guess I have made use of cannons. I think the main army has cannons, but not a whole lot. They've got 3. It's actually more than I thought they had, honestly. So I'm only allowed to recruit... Oh. What? Oh, okay. So I already have 3. I'm only allowed a total of 5 of those. That's kind of annoying. I could get 12-pound howitzers. Maybe I'll go with the 12-pound howitzers. Well, okay, so the Napoleons have more range, better accuracy, better reloading skill, but they have less firepower. The howitzers do more damage inherently. However, they have less range, less accuracy, and take longer to reload. It's not exactly what I like. However, if I really care for accuracy, I should obviously go for the 6-pound horse artillery, although the horse artillery has even less firepower than the 12-pound Napoleons. Granted, we are talking about 6-pounders rather than 12, so I guess that makes sense. They also have less range, take longer to reload, although they are a bit cheaper. But they're not the cheapest. The howitzers are actually cheaper, and they do more damage. Huh. Okay, well, that doesn't really mean anything right now. So, yeah, okay. Well, we're just gonna go ahead and stick with, I think, attacking Beauregard, because I want him off of my land. And I'm sure we can win this. Totally. If we don't, however, we're losing Tennessee more than likely. But we can always retake it. Okay, let's see. His units are beat to all hell. I mean, I knew his units were damaged because I'd fought him before, but I didn't know it was this bad. I thought he had actually healed himself up, but I guess he couldn't because he was over here. And he actually stepped outside of the town rather than staying in it. I think if he had stayed in the town, he probably could have repaired, even though it was technically a hostile town for him. Well, Beauregard, you should not have continued to attack me, because now I outnumber you, and that's a lot of cavalry you have. I forgot about the amount of cavalry he had. Let's go ahead and save. I mean, it's been about 2 episodes, which basically means it's been about 3 weeks. 3 weeks? Yeah, about 3 weeks for me. Okie dokie, so now we are back in. I need to get better at cutting the video before going into a loading screen. Okay, let's see. So they've got a hill that they could theoretically use, but it's not really a good hill. It's kind of small. Can't fit many units on it. Let's see. I've got a stone wall here that basically goes all along this area. It's not that bad of a spot to set up camp, if I do say so myself. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll set up camp right there. I mean, if I had cannons, I would probably set them up back here, but I don't have cannons. Honestly, so few of my armies have cannons that it's actually kind of sad, in my opinion. Okay, we'll just go ahead and line these guys up. Okay, General, you go over there. Okay, so these guys are going to quickly make their way over here. Preferably not taking up any of the side spaces. I said preferably not taking up any of these side spaces. I kind of wish you could actually see your units' positions where they're going to be, so that it would be a bit easier. When trying to set these guys up. Because it's actually a bit of a pain to do this. Oh, you know what, screw it. We'll just go ahead and try to get our units, relatively speaking, in position. Now, if I recall correctly, these are the things that basically killed which one was it? I think it was the Confederates at Gettysburg, I think. Maybe? I don't recall. But these fences, they basically killed the cavalry. Okay, and fast forward. Go ahead and line yourself up like that. Although granted, the enemy's probably not going to go on the offensive because of, well, I'm using an outdated version of the mod, and to my knowledge, it sounds like the AI is inept at going on the offensive, so really setting myself up in a defensive position is kind of a waste of my time now that I think about it, so let's go ahead and not do that. Let's see, how many units do I have? Can I split them into groups of 3? Yes, I can. Okie dokie. So, you, group 1, go there. You are going to literally be labeled as group 1. you, group 2, go there. You're going to be labeled as group 3. You're group 2. I was about to say group 3 for group 2, but that makes no sense. Why would group 2 be group 3 all of a sudden? Okie dokie, you guys go there. And, well, I guess while we just wait for all of this to happen. Oh, okay, these two guys were lined up so perfectly that I couldn't even tell that there was something wrong there, or that there were two groups there. I thought it was just one. Okay, yeah. So I guess while we wait for this, so they are apparently actually working on a Total War Warhammer, which, granted, I'll be completely honest with you, I don't know too much about the Warhammer universe personally. Pretty much my only experience with Warhammer is Warhammer 40k, primarily the Dawn of War games, obviously. But specifically more so the first ones rather than the other ones. But nonetheless, that's pretty much the extent of my experience with Warhammer universe. It's not even with the actual fantasy universe, it's with the sci-fi universe. But nonetheless, I feel as though that could be an interesting thing to do a playthrough of, potentially. So if you guys would be interested in seeing that at some point, you can obviously either let me know now, or let me know later. It doesn't really matter to me either way. But yeah, so, it's something that I think could be interesting to do. Okay. You guys are too far behind. Run. While you try to catch up. Once you guys are caught up, I'll let you rest for a little bit, and then we shall march forward to crush our enemies. Beauregard will rue the day that he ever decided to set foot on my land. Where is Beauregard himself, anyway? Beauregard, where are you at? Oh, you're over here, Beauregard, with your 9 men, counting yourself. That has to be Beauregard. I'm pretty sure that looks nothing like him, but it's just a generic unit, or model, essentially. A little bit less generic than these guys, but nonetheless, pretty much a generic model. Okay, this guy's pretty much in position. You guys can walk the rest of this little bit. Oh, and you're still labeled as fresh. Just wait for all of you guys to get better. Let's check and see. Is anybody exhausted or anything? Well, this group over here is very tired. The most experienced units in this entire army are very tired, while everyone else is fresh. These guys walked the entire way. They didn't run, they walked, and yet they feel tired. Very tired, to be exact. Seems kind of odd, if I do say so myself. Oh, I think that's probably getting a bit too close, but we'll see. Oh yeah, that's definitely getting a bit too close. What the hell are you guys doing? How about you guys don't go full retard when I tell you to go somewhere? Oh, there like that. That should actually get you within range without having you get that close. Okay, actually, you guys probably do need to go there. Group 2 probably doesn't actually have to get nearly as close as I'm telling them to get. Group 3, I don't even know if that is actually going to be enough. No, I think it'll be just shy. You'll have to move up a little bit, maybe to this, what is it? Meant to be a bush or a tree? I guess a tree, in comparison to that. Yeah, it looks like a tree. A baby tree, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have my units to compare it to. Ah, these are kind of small trees. So yeah, it's not a really big tree. Okay, yeah, you guys will have these guys barely within your firing range. So let's see, how can I line you guys up? I don't think that's enough. Oh, never mind. They're just outside your firing arc, just a little bit too far off to the side. Oh, don't do that to me, game. Just move you guys up. Oh, yes, and I should probably remember that I have vastly superior numbers on this side, so I could, if I wanted to be smart, which I would kind of like to be, move up on their flank like so, to ensure that these guys don't get flanked. I would put those guys like that. Okay, are the enemy cavalry going full retard and periodically running within our firing arc? Yeah, they are. Oh, Beauregard! Kill Beauregard. Where is he? Where is he? Back here. Come on, kill him. You guys can do it. I know you can. I want Beauregard's head on pike. Come on, there's 2 of them left. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Don't let him get away. No, so close. So close. Come on. Do it. Kill him. No, no, don't let him get away. No, you fools. You killed all but Beauregard himself. Wow, these guys are falling apart quickly. This might be a short episode, because it's pretty much always just a battle an episode, because they usually go for a while. Seems that's not going to be the case this time around. And these guys are just basically suppressing these Louisiana volunteers, so that they don't pay attention to the army approaching on their flank and are essentially going to be shooting at a hill. So let's try that a bit differently this time around, with these guys actually set up in a real formation that doesn't lead to them doing diddly squat. Oh, I could probably flank these guys. Oh yeah, I could. Do I really want to? I would like to, yes. Huh, what's a good angle? That's not even really flanking them. Let's actually get on their flank. Walk there, try not to get murdered by friendly fire, please. Oh, we saw the blood there. Oh, and I've actually got the gunshots now. Okay, so I should probably just make sure I don't record during the loading screens, because I appear to get the actual sound effects if I don't do that. So now I know. Oh, I should probably line these guys up more so like this. Okay, not like that. You know what, screw it, I'll do it like this. I said like this. You imbeciles. Get in the formation that I tell you to get in. Don't pick your own damn formation. Oh, you fools. You idiots. What are you doing? Yes, you are under small arms fire. You are well, actually, no, the combatant is losing slightly. You guys are idiots. Why would you march that way? I tell you to go over here. You decide to march straight towards the enemy, right between your friends and the enemy, so that you can get shot in the back by your friends. And act as though that's a normal thing for you to do. It's not. You're not supposed to march right in front of your friends. Oh, the Confederate Marines. Okay, that's okay. Beauregard, you've already left the battlefield, haven't you? Yeah, looks like he has. Unless I'm somehow missing him, but I'm pretty sure he was shattered, so I don't think he's coming back. Which is a shame. So these guys are gonna... What are they doing? Oh, I think there was a headshot. Oh, they've broken. They realized they weren't going to be able to win that. Okay, so we'll line up like that, I suppose. That's getting a bit too close to the enemy, I think, but I don't really care. Oh, and the Confederate Heavy Artillery Battalion, that actually does not have any artillery, I want to note, is running away. These enemies are confused as to what they should do, so now they're going to run right in front of my units and get massacred. They're the last ones there, and they are about to break. There we go. Oh, they're not actually the last one. We've got these Arkansas Volunteers. Arkansas is going to stand and fight against, well, everything that I have, so I don't see this ending well for them. I think they're better off just leaving, although they are outside the firing range of most of my units, except for these guys, who have them within firing arc. However, it looks like they are not really going to be able to practically fire on them, primarily because of a hill and a forest in the way. You guys are not going to have them within range, although what are these guys doing? Those are the Confederate conscripts. Oh, they're making their way back. The Arkansas Volunteers left? Or are they hidden? Well, the cavalry's coming back. Okay, I think they're hidden. They must be. Because I know there were some Arkansas Volunteers there, and I don't see them anymore, so they must be hidden. Oh, shit. Come on, you guys outnumber them. You can break them. Mess with the wrong general, my friend. Okay, let's see. How do I want to do this? Do I just want to do that? No, I want to... I'll do it like that. And we shall have these guys do that. Oh, there's the Arkansas Volunteers. And the Confederate conscripts that are going to annoy me. Come on, guys. Chop chop. Hurry it up. Get in position. I understand some of you guys are exhausted. But that doesn't really matter to me. Okay, let's see. How do I want to have you guys line up? I suppose like that will do. Is that essentially two groups? I would say so. So, how about one like that? And like that. Okay, there we go. That should be fine. That should provide me some degree of flanking on them. Well, actually, you know what? We'll get you guys a bit closer. We'll try to encircle them, at least partially, since it's a bit difficult to completely encircle them in this case, because my guys are not properly set up to be able to do so. Ah yes, if I have you guys move like that, it should be fine. And actually, if the enemy hasn't already routed by then, we will actually be able to completely encircle the enemy for once. I do want to note that I consider that a miracle. And I imagine that they'll have routed by then. Okay, the Arkansas Volunteers have realized that they are fighting a lost cause. The Confederate conscripts are not leaving just yet. They are not actually hitting my units. My units are hitting them, however. Well, no, I've taken a couple of losses, but nothing substantial, to be honest. Don't shoot your friends. That's all I want you guys to do, is not shoot your friends. Take aim carefully. Oh, they've already routed. Yep, okay. So unless he has some other army back up on that hill over there, it's battle over. So, 1 second. Okay, so I've only lost 190 units to their 941, of which 10 of their units were from friendly fire, I would presume. However, I had, 39 units that are from friendly fire, since 151 units were killed by the enemy. Okay. Get out of here, Beauregard. Oh, I want to send this army to go and finish them off. I really do. But this army's still beat up. But they're not that badly damaged. And holy mackerel, are these guys experienced. 7. Damn. These Union conscripts have been in here pretty much, I guess, since the start of the war. Oh, can I? Oh, I can rename these guys. I just realized that. That's interesting. Don't know why I would want to, but I can. Do I want to go ahead and deal with Beauregard again and just finish him off, make sure he's not a threat to me again for a couple of turns, because I think I know where he's going to go. If I was Beauregard, there are 2 places that I would go next turn. Kentucky, to take over Frankfort, since it's pretty much completely undefended, and that is a viable option, honestly, or to march through this forest into the Carolinas. Those are the 2 options he has. Granted, me attacking him will present him with the opportunity to select one of these 2 options. You know what? I think we're going to get a double battle this episode. We're going to go and finish off Beauregard. Although, because we vastly outnumber him, maybe I'll just auto-resolve it. You know what? Look at that. We outnumber him, what? Something like 4-1? Beauregard's the only one left in his general unit here. We'll just auto-resolve this. Never mind. We should be fine. Victory. Yep, and completely finished off the army. You guys start marching back. Okay, you guys can't start marching back because I told you to march back in to... what is that? Sycamore Shoals, I guess? Okay, well, that's that. Technically, we had a double battle this episode, but only one of which was actually fought because the second one had no need to be fought. Okay, so let's see. Now I have to go through the process of spending all this money that I have. It's not like it's that much, honestly, but it's money that I don't think I really need to effectively. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Damn it, game. Oh well, okay, whatever. I'll deal with that later. Okay, let's see. So that's a waste of my time. Let's see. What places are upset? Well, Tennessee's upset because they don't have an army there. Mexico's upset they don't have an army there right now either. So it's not too much of a surprise. Let's go and upgrade those. It tax the middle class eventually. Because I'm not making that much money because I'm not really taxing them. I like how it's labeled as middle class, and then the tooltip here still says higher class tax slider. So let's see, what places would be upset about that? Michigan, Ohio, and Western New York. So go ahead and work on trying to make them happier. I think we'll be fine with that tax setup. That will bring in, well, okay, so how much money are we going to change from? Oh, that's only going to, it looks like that'll only bring in about 1,000, if. So, 13,910 as opposed to 12,461. So that's only bringing in like, what, 1,500, give or take a couple tens. Yeah, that's not really a whole lot, honestly, of a difference there. But that's more money that I can use to build more armies, to further upgrade buildings, and just to altogether make this all happen much faster. But, as always, like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. So, as always, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, goodbye and farewell.